Good morning, friends. Today, in my tutorial number 9 of SQL structured query language, we discuss about functions, SQL functions part 2. In this part 2, in previous part, tutorial number 7, we have already discussed about single value input and single value output of that function. Now in part 2 we are discussing on multiple value input and output as a single value. Yani multi value functions is second part of SQL functions we discuss in this tutorial. Let's see. In this tutorial we discuss average, count, max, minimum and sum. These five functions which is used for multi-value as an input and give a single row output. Fine. So first we have used count function. We have a table EMP, select star from EMP, okay. Now in EMP table, here a salary is a column. Suppose I want to calculate or sum the total salary of all employee, and that's why I have to use sum option, sum function. How? Look at here, select sum function in bracket salary column from EMP table. It gives a single row output, means a total number of salary or of all employee from EMP table we got. Okay, same as if I want to get the average value, if I want to get average value of this EMP table, just we use select avg bracket cell from EMP. In this way it gives the average value of the table. If you want to find out the maximum value or highest salary in this table, just you have to use select max cell from EMP. Look at here, it shows the maximum salary from EMP table. It's a 5,000. Look at here, 5,000 is the maximum salary of the table. Same as if you want to find out the minimum salary from EMP table, you just use select min cell from EMP table. In this way you got the minimum value of salary column from EMP table. Look at here, in EMP minimum salary is there 800, I think so, yes, and it shows 800 minimum salary. If you want to check all these average, sum, max, minimum, all value in single query, you can use also select minimum cell as min cell, then max cell as max cell, average cell, average of salary you want to find out, then you have to use average cell. And if you want to sum of all the salary, use sum function with cell as total cell from EMP. In this single query you got the minimum value, maximum value, average value and total salary from EMP table in single query. Using these functions you get a single output only. Single matlab single row output only, not multiple. Now next function is a count. Select count, ename from EMP table, it shows the number of record in given column. Now one more different I have to teach you. Count function is used to calculate the number of row in a particular table. But if we use that column which is given in a count function, it has any null value, it means count will ignore null value to counting that records, even it's available or not. For example, first we have to check select star from EMP. Now look at here. Here any column is there, it have a null value. Here is MGR is a column where MGR is null value. If we use count on MGR, just look at the example. Count EMP NO. I give one count for employee number and one count for MGR. Here you can see that if you want to accurate answer of counting a number of row, you must provide a column name which has a primary key, because primary key column has no null value, so we get the actual output. Fine. If I want to use commission column for counting, it means it is always not a proper answer. Select counts commission from EMP. It shows 4 number of row because 4 row has a value and rest of all the 10 rows are null value. So null value is ignored in count function. But if you want to calculate and if you don't know about the column name even, and you want to finding out the number of row in table, you have to use count star. Select count star from EMP. Now here star means all the columns. It means it starts from first column, second column, third column. If is there any null value is there in column, it check the next column value of that row. Suppose here it is. Suppose after counting here where it found the null value, during the counting it shows the next value of column of that row. It means it checks this value. If it is here is a value, it counts +1, otherwise it ignores. Means suppose all the columns has a null value and single column has a value, then it can also counting that row in count result. Fine. Mean count star is provide accurate output of number of row in a table as compared to this one. But if and only if you don't use to star, then you have to must use a primary column in count function because it gives accurate answer. This is illogical. You can say that both the way you find out the number of row, but if null value is there, it ignores if you give the column name in count function. And if you give the star or asterisk in count, it means it check all column all row for null value also. If null value is there, it ignore counting that value and find out some nearest new value for that row. So in this way it get accurate answer. Count star is give the accurate answer. Fine. And count with column name, it depends on column value. If that column has a null value, it ignores. If no any null value in column, it gives accurate answer. So in this way we get these are the multi-value functions. We can say that in that functions we get the output from multiple row we use multiple row as an input and give the output as a single row. So these functions call as aggregate function also. It functions call as multi-value input and single value output function also. Fine. Hope friends you get the clearly idea about these multi-value functions or aggregate functions using this tutorial. Thank you for watching this tutorial. प्लीज़ फ्रेंड ये अगर आपको पसंद आए इसको शेयर और कमेंट करना इस वीडियो पे और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना मेरे चैनल को. थैंक यू वेरी मच.